Ribi baby, Abwagana, Nagana Bayo, Ayo, if you mean so Ribi baby, Abwagana, Nagana Bayo, Ayo, if you mean
the platform, a pramen and your party Pompeiso. The platform. The Cardinal Nana Yaukesi, Son Sonchi, Ason Senchi, and in Senchia, a call Batako Bramai and Sinukoso, Atwa Petiaman Timfi, a Sansa Crocotiaco, the platform Suni, as is in Conda Sisia Jack Amatran Conda Trenufua, Brana Yaukesi, the Cardinal Tiajum, our peace, 104.3 FM. So the platform, Odoso Puro, Adi Doso and Sempudium, Amanyosam, Abrabomunsam, Asitramunsam, and Yamansa who was on some. And it's a wood will be idea. And in this year, the Cardinal one in a poundful. Our the platform to be so. Wo peace 104.3 FM. A Jordan will credit number biada a free no or chocopim nondu. The platform our peace FM and somewhere is here the Abba, the Acro, and the Yatian the Ehu, Ninyan and Udina Apreto, and the Sombina Yansia, the Banuswa, Ebia, the platform. China what you be Ghana, my Ghana.
Ghana this year, Mamunina, Jubi Mama Kwaba, some JFA Peace 104.3, and I was to go so with his Henry Jordan who could be a no. Now, what you can say, Bonuku Gupe, na Unim Sebisim Kunya, na yet the Ghana Como, Yatuni D, the platform. Mamemfa and Charson Concon Famau, Baby Uti, a dear free beer. Radio station said you may dear Mukromuna Moto Apetema Disha, what teaching the bench here. Whether you may dear some fast one, Monswas Daibi, and Conformamo, Munyan can open at the platform a shema. Moi sabe mbeka ho social media no sukosi no ndu etoda no ndu echi no mo nso yedamase papa mo nyina no mo ka ho bi nti yedamase ebejafo akire omadwe wo studio no wo ho kwan se won so adwe nkire wo de betum bere pam ya gibre ya kenkan e de ama na ebom wo be kire wadwe a o test line no 0556700700 0556700700 memfre so wo do WhatsApp fa so ayensa beka SMS yensa beka ensema nwumre yedi ho nkomo akwatia nakopon yadoma benada by election Eda Ghana nim Ghana fo nyina nim asem na isi ntotoye se woni amanyuko mpenifo bedi ehia ansa na brada na duru ho ensem kaye na atumi aboa na kokko wosoro no atumi abafom polisi fo nso ni abre pa eda polisi fo pepe ankoma kogu ho no mo nyina no sundwa ye hwani mu akwatia enti anwumre ye bedi akwatia ho nkomo na ablekuma north rerun nso so polisi sinipa 8 na wache wo mo bail won saka 80,000 Ghana cedis and I'm nipa bia na yede to ni 3 so anwumre yi rerun nipa 8 na ya che omo no a omanya bail na anwumre yi ye bedi no so ho nkomo galamse ntokwa etwetwere Ghana bo ye sha ase ye ko galamse a che papa galamse ye ntimi ni sunkunim se wo man twetwere for the man NDC Owura Johnson Asiedu Nketia say galamse no se declare state of emergency a ebe ha dwen papa ebe ha ka be manka bi ayedi adwuma mpo o my Ghana mu enu nti no ye nto ye po okon no de omu nenim kwa mefa so mbedi sunkunim na emom se ebe declare state of emergency de eno nye kwan no Owura Brand Champion wo se amanfo ke kansam ato no so a onka sa wo ba bia we ni nsema hodo ena nwumre yasi nkonwa ye bedi hu komo wo the platform so wo ho kwan se wadwen kire wo de betum empenifo nwumre no mu si nkonwa na ye di nkomo Owura Awal Muhammad obekasa ewo NPP amanyuko ni di mu Owura Harrison Kojo Abba ono so bekasa wo chinyamanyuko NDC di mu no toso miensa no eye me ne wa yiti 0556700700 WhatsApp line test line o de faswa yensa beka na onso adwenkyere no ya kenkan ede amawo na nana ya kesi de Cardinal oye krado abejafo nso oye krado o matena asenti yensebre ibetwe ho abataw ye ba ekomatwetwe bi frase the platform sunie etwe ho abasisi a
Baby, baby, Abwagana, Nagana Bayo, Ayo, if you mean so baby, Abwagana, Nagana Bayo, Ayo, if you mean
the platform, a pramen and your party Pompeiso. The platform. the Cardinal Nana Yaukesi, Sonsontwe Sontwi, Asonsentwe, and Insentwitwia, Eko Batako Bramai e Sinukoso, Atwa Petiaman Temfi, Asansa Krokotiako, the platform Suni, Asisin Konda Sisi Adwa, Amatran Konda Trenufua, Brana Nana Yaukesi, the Cardinal Tiajamu, Ewo Peace, 104.3 FM so, the platform, Odoso Puyo, Adi Doso and Sempudium, Amanyosam, Abrabomunsam, Asitremunsam, and Yamansa who was on some, and it's a wood will be a dear, and in Nishia Nana Yaukesi, the Cardinal, Wanina Pamfo, our the platform to be so, Wo Peace, 104.3 FM, and Jordan Ukweda Numre Biada, a free no or Chokopim Nondu, the platform, Ewo Peace FM, and somewhere is here, the Abba, the Acro, and the Yatian, the Ehu, Ninyan, and Udina Apreto, and the Sombina Yansia, Nabanuswa, Ebia, the platform, China Wajunibi, Ghana, Yamai Ghana.
Batana, Yamieshra no da 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 da, Wamanu near my penny nala, now I'm on no. Eyasa se batana, Empe Oku, Egia Hoku any, Navy baby as Yasubia. India Seminole said, Yasum Gane, Anya Sapa, Dachin Chirima, Eva Beway for Winia, Susu baby. Wapwakana Nagana beyo Eyo Ekwimi nwara o Soso bebe pebi Wapwakana Nagana beyo Eyo Ekwimi nwara o Anyhow, ne chrono, on femu man. Besemi muminya ni otengunu, on femu man. Inti esemene use, yasum gane iye. Anya sape, dati chiriba, beba bebu yenko. Winia, soso breve pebi, mafwa gana. Nagana beyo, eyeyo, efremi nwara o. Soso breve pebi, Wapwakana Nagana beyo Eyeyo Efremi nwara o
The platform ena ebraso se yede ebremo Ewza for mamu nyina adwo ema obia kwaba Mene wo ka sei akasi maduonu nan na abo nonkron Peace FM so enie na ententem mamenti we say mfiri ho ansa na maba asemo a ewo ho eso ye from Nana Yaukesi obetuma from the Cardinal Patricia Sifa Fisher Prince Bafo Asamo Henry Kwesiminka Man Sadat omo na hyehye ena medi ho chiame mamu nyina adwo da obia se anwumre ena anwumre me papa no masofo mi no Reverend Father Nicholas Amwakwa oye Grotto Director Ewo Jukwa Krobo Grotto and afi Reverend Father Anthony N.K. Jemfi N.K. Jemfi Buedi ono ye parish priest was St. Martha Parish eno ewo Kaswa me papa masofo emienu say omo ba Madam Stella Abema Brachi oye HR Manager Electricity Company of Ghana Winneba Osan eye Financial Secretary Holy Rosary Catholic Church ewo Aguna Swedru ene eye Auntie Stella awoda ntiomman happy birthday afi enu achi Auntie Stella Abema Brachi Kruya osan ye member of Knight and Ladies of Masha Court 61 Aguna Swedru ukunudo for Mr. Charles Baden our ECG Cape Coast Regional Office and then Oma aba nanabafoa maami esi abrokwa ena Mark Frempong say yama happy birthday nene ye wa woda Auntie Stella ena me ankasa so the cardinal me mau happy birthday Auntie Stella abema ene ye happy birthday nyame nshira pa na edi unkwana eme. And then so Reverend Father Emmanuel Mary Ofori. Father Ofori, one or classmates nyina monso so ene eyemo 8th anniversary. 9th anniversary. Eshem Roma asofo Reverend Father Emmanuel Mary Ofori, oni unian masofo eshem asofo no ene ni mfie nkono pepepe. Mamu nyina fishi apa, Yankopon nhyira mo ne mafode a mo abo ama asori. Erade nhyira mo 9th anniversary. Mwayibi. Congratulations on your anniversary. Last Monday, na me kan about Achemkwa. Abrante no ye adwuma o ntumi na ye che no. Ye che no Kumase. Asma me kan me say eye clear. Ene wanya bill, nyame adom ene wanya bill. E de nyame asese wanya bill. But the interesting was some no ho ne say obi a ye keep no almost 3 weeks. Eno kunya bail near 100,000 Ghana cedis and a bail no at the man. Time I achieve to me, none bail is saying 100 million. Anambwa Shatawali, none bail is saying 5 million. Almost free 10 and no more so by 5 million. It me a me lawyer, na me ye friend student of law. Oma obi bail na 100,000 it is what. Clearly, Bibi was any part on your threat. On your threat, Mao. Mobile bail, nay. Yes, so I'm brown. I said 21. That at least 3 weeks didn't grandson or Bessan court. Clearly, the guy is not a threat to Bia. May say, the guy make reckless statement. Deal with him on that level. Metiasie. But so the bail. Ebe punishment amu Bia. Me so come at the mentiasie. Bisa obia onimrem. Enyo enya emotion as ma me meka no. So wo the emotion be argument a won tiasie don't me argue. Nti we enya emotion. Dwene ho na tiasie na meka na se. Enya emotion as na me no woka. Say bisa obia as a lawyer say obi call a offense court. Na ye man bail 100,000 Ghana cedis. 2 sureties. Yes, so me nyina nye omo ye aban adwumayefo. Any obi a wakọ court ayama no 10 million and yate so about 5 million bail. Check omo me say why na ye threat to the society. That's all I'm saying. Eden nyame ase Achemkwa wososo wanya bail no hwe wano yie. En kasaba heart sa journalist ye traini wa won kasaba heart sa. Ba me de ne say sebi yemra ne se obi kum nipa kra yema ne bail. Se nipa no oye reckless statement that deal with him on that recklessness. But emfa bail emeye condition pack empanish obi a enya sem papa. That is not justice, that is not democracy. That's my point. Onte asia eyo eno ye wo de obeka bia aka me so me dia mete ase no ena maka akire wo no Achemkwa jame adom wanya bail hwe ohunsu yi no anko kasa ba hati se abium journalist de on kasa sa journalist on kasa ba hati sa enti eno no de wo ho no me say obia ye beche no oye hwani oye die ni na se ye di bail eye punishment a make asetia because menteti yemu no ye nyane sa. And then someone that pronounce you be no ye be kwa kwatia ene ye be ko galamsey so kwatia ne galamsey kra de senkan emu nhye dan wa nke mu nya de mu wakra tedi kan eye galamsey en na me pese me hwe na no na nwumre Pat ma de no way mo mebo voice na mame proud to election 2024 one issue na din pa galamsey na ma raf mu kokoye sa demonstration no 37 omoko block kwan na okas yo kan ye no mokai galamsey asem no anope odi anga ma misiri o se yeah galamsey wo manso yeah galamsey wo western north yeah galamsey wo central region no abegina 37 say yeah galamsey e ho demonstration we ya say Ghana for mo out there say mo doso ba ku ana eden e kwana samvu feature house contract na region pa o say o there udu hospital okobu nipa o say o there okobu nipa o there ndi onya abu ani bi Yami. Yami oh. Just a win you need. It's all in Yami dia. Oh, my Niamako ye papa. And this sympathophobic catch them and Penny Akufo-Addo say, "Oh, you serious? Say, Obetu Galamsey asea. 2 weeks. Or declare state of emergency and no. Galamsey will be a thing of the past. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. But they ain't now the gamble. Lawyer Sam George. Okay, Sam George, now communication minister. What's it say President Akufo-Addo is serious over to Galamsey? I say a 2 weeks. Me cassette here President Akufo-Addo are buying on Galamsey. Because now my dream here me say party for no more Galamsey no dotion. Omu shame, omu tinu, omu nine, omu huni, omu dia num, tia buying into me nyehwe. Now my dream here me say you declare state of emergency you bet you to Galamsey ase. Enti Sam George can I mean any yard drink papa. TNT send Sam George can.
Are we on course to, rid ourselves of illegal mining as far as it's possible?
I wish I could say so. And you see, I get very passionate when I talk about Galamsey issues because I think the president has failed. And this is not politics. This is about leadership. I spoke about leadership. Leadership must act. When it goes well, leadership gets the credit. When it doesn't go well, we must hold leadership accountable. Who are these? Sticker talks about DCs. Who may be?
The political will.
Who may be? Who appointed these DCs?
Honorable, just 1 minute. You allow me. I think if you say the president has failed, I will not debate you. But at least from 92 up to now, we have not had a president who publicly declared that I will put my presidency on that. That will alone, you need to give him praise.
Okay, I'll come to that. Let's be clear in our minds. The fight against Galamsey was not President Akufo-Addo's initiative. It was a media initiative. It was a media campaign that came to Parliament, the 7th Parliament, got signatures, got the then Speaker to sign on. It was that media momentum led by Ken Ashibe and co. that led us, that compelled government to get involved and set up Galam Stop and Operation Vanguard. Or whatever, that was set up. You understand me? Now, I keep saying that, look, our president has done well with giving us sound bites. The president's fight against Galamsey has been a soundbite one. I put my presidency on the line. Did he put his presidency on the line?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I say it as I say. The DCs who are doing Galamsey or who are supporting and enhancing Galamsey are appointees of the president. Mr. President, if you were serious about fighting Galamsey, you will fire them because the power to fire them rests only in the president's hands.
Era Sam George. Now, lawyer Sami Jemfienne, Gold Board, on only CEO.
Several millions of taxpayers' money was spent on this venture, which will later turn out to be the first of several ill-conceived, half-hearted, and fruitless attempts by this government to combat a very serious national problem. Indeed, Ghanaians would recall that on 17th April 2017, President Akufo-Addo was appointed a co-chair of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Advocacy alongside Norwegian Prime Minister Erna Solberg. Subsequent to that appointment, President Akufo-Addo on July 10th, 2017, in a speech delivered at Accra International Conference Center, promised to put his presidency on the line in order to win the war against illegal mining. Sadly today, not only has the president once again failed to walk the talk, but the image of Galamsey stands like a towering monument, reminding all Ghanaians of President Akufo-Addo's deceitful character and his lack of commitment to the illegal Galamsey or the illegal mining menace, the fight against the illegal mining menace. You would all recall the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining, which was formed by President Akufo-Addo at the outset of his fraudulent fight against Galamsey. This committee drew support from the media, civil society, both political and non-political actors, and the general public, promising to be a potent vehicle that will bring an end to the Galamsey menace. Several millions of taxpayers' money was spent on this venture, which will later turn out to be the first of several ill-conceived, half-hearted, and fruitless attempts by this government to combat a very serious national problem.
Okay, so I'm can we nyina wie Ghana for to Ghana for asum e ma Ghana for to abama NDC. Na ebra Sam George eba e na ebisa say Sammy, how far?
President Akufo, at the time I made that criticism of President Akufo-Addo, he had the benefit of almost 8 years in office, a full grasp of the state machinery. He had the opportunity to take action. Under President Mahama, in 90 odd days, and don't forget, his ministers being in office 60 odd days, you've seen action that has recovered 7 forest reserves from illegal miners. Can we do more? Absolutely. Do I expect to see more? Certainly. But again, like I said, it would be unfair to expect that in 90 days, one man will clean the mess of another for 8 years.
So the 1 week point was in relation to the then president?
Yes.
Not that your candidate, our president now,
my tweet was very clear. I said, President Akufo-Addo, the buck stopped with him because he was commander-in-chief.
But then did you say that Mahama could deal with it in a week?
No, I never said so.
You said Akufo-Addo should have dealt with it in a week?
Yes.
Okay, maybe my people pull up the tweet just to
they can pull up the tweet and I can be quoted
in politics. We also need to be consistent.
Yes.
And then we need to be clear in
I think I myself would be able
just
to
be sure. Okay.
Yeah, so that we can all have a look at it. But I mean, as you proceed, I'll find.
But you admit that the pace that this government is using to fight Galamsey is much slower than we anticipated.
But Bernard, again, it comes back to anticipation, and anticipation is look, the level of anticipation for me actually speaks to how low we had sunk under the previous administration. That people expect that in 8 weeks or say 12 weeks of President Mahama's government, what they had seen, the mess that we had seen for 8 years will be fixed, speaks to how poorly.
No, don't find it, don't worry. But don't forget that this is not Mahama's first term. So
I'm going to read a tweet. I'm going to read a tweet. Yes. I made a tweet on the 29th of September 2024.
Please read it for me.
The man who is paid to be president has the ultimate power to end this in a week if he wants. He's commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, for Christ's sake. This was the quote.
And is this not generic to a president?
I was speaking to the man at the time. It was made in November. That was the time when we were at our wits' end. That was the time when the civil society, I made this tweet at the time the TUC had threatened to go on strike.
Yeah. Okay, to watch the time na no original opposition the entire no kan dey okan because na adwuni mu no Mampani Akufo-Addo we di ade mfie nwotwe e na Galamsey eda so e ha adwene nti na ogidi se Mampani betumi aye bibi ama no ayeye. Then General Mosquito, national chairman of NDC, da ben o interview no oni Umaru Sanda. Okay, oni me nua Umaru Sanda a wo City FM e na etwetwen sankomo yi. Still about Galamsey and declaration of state of emergency. General, how far?
FlexJobs is the #1 job site to find remote work from home.
That you're going to fight Galamsey. You haven't put the presidency or anything on the line, but you said you would fight it. 7 months in, we are not seeing much of a change. We are still seeing the same problems. Even though you're fighting in one way or the other, the Galamsey appears to be winning again.
It tells you how intractable the problem is. You know, when something starts, you can use force to quell it. But when it gains momentum up to a certain point, the same methods that you could have used to quell it in its nascent state are not the same methods that you can use to deal with it when it is blown up the way Galamsey is blown up now. So I'm sure you are not suggesting that nothing is being done about it.
No, something is being done.
Work is being done about it, and we hope to be able to find solutions.
We can rely on hope.
I don't subscribe to the declaration of state of emergency as some other people are suggesting. I don't subscribe to that at all, because in your frustration you can call for certain measures that when we begin implementing you can live to regret. I'm not sure many people who are calling for a state of emergency have actually lived under a state of emergency before. Because if your intention is to deal with Galamsey and you declare state of emergency means you have suspended the constitution. People can shoot and kill at will. How you guarantee whether those who will be shooting and killing are the ones who are fighting against Galamsey is another matter. So I am urging people to reason with us and bring up more suggestions for us to be able to tackle the menace. I have always maintained that it will be, I'm not sure I will support anybody who thinks that mining must be stopped in this country.
But when you were in opposition in 2024, there was a clarion call for a state of emergency. The organized labor said there should be state of emergency. I don't think NDC officially issued a statement supporting, but I know elements within your party who were supporting the state of emergency because you believe that was the best way out of the mess. Now you are holding the steer and you don't want to press the button? Is that not double standard?
You have answered the question. You say you are not aware of any statement, official statement from NDC supporting the declaration of state of emergency. But you are aware of elements within the party who supported that call. Are we to run the party or government according to the voices of some elements or according to our official positions? It's another matter we have to look at. Because a party is not a command institution where leadership will determine what each and every member of the party says. Okay, but there is always the official line of the party. We have elaborated the policies and measures that we will follow in trying to resolve this Galamsey menace, and we are working at those. When you look at this possibility of declaring state of emergency, so what do you do next? You announce state of emergency, and then
you cease all mining until further notice, until we see some sanity, until we regularize. So ban mining. It's not going to be a state of emergency for Ghana. It's for mining areas. Do not mine until we know our left from our right. Is that too much to ask?
Who is going to enforce it? You are going to empower soldiers that when they go to mining area, they can shoot and kill people who are engaged in mining. That is precisely what it amounts to.
People will be told not to go and mine.
But are they not, the task forces, are they not telling people not to go and mine? Extracting minerals is not a bad idea. It's a legitimate economic activity. But if you extract the minerals wrongly, it can bring in challenges that are more costly than the value you gain from the mineral extraction.
So stop the people doing the extraction.
Precisely, but preventing them is not the same way, the same thing as stopping them. We have the challenge that is developing now. It is beginning to look like cocaine in South America. Okay. If you apply a certain force up to a certain level, it can harden the people to begin developing quasi-militias and declaring territories for themselves and being ready to confront the state and all that. So it is not a simple thing. Otherwise, Colombia and co dealing with cocaine,
they would have finished it.
They would have finished it long time ago.
Hey. Well. And their politicians know how much mommy at your senti as more kind in your say. Sa state of emergency in the idea who papa panti. More pre state of emergency no munya botre kra na idea who pa. Why na woman say 2 minutes on obi ye mine no nkonko to nutu ana bibia tsa. Wan hwa na akode afuma kwa kodi ni pabone fo nsem. Te say Colombia fo hoi obi anim so mo ye cocaine. To yete ho. Na mra mudwuma nde nya de bone e ade pa. Ne mo ese utu ni yi. Na say e be ka say yem pai hwenhwini dabi eno de ye no ase dabi eno de konfo aso. Enyumre mi nuanom mienu Awal Mohammed ena Harrison Kojo Aba omumienu nyina ye National Communication Team members omo party. Harrison every NDC ena Awal every MPP. But for mamajo
ye nua
na mo te say
oh nyame adom
yo Harrison
no
let's say
yo no
as why slow crowd
oh David in slow crowd
sir the guy state of emergency in why slow no
we are calling for state of emergency.
Hey you're ready. Harrison no NDC in opposition Galamsey NDC in government Galamsey enu ye bedi ho nkomo anwumreti sese ho na Charlie Alpha talk to me Alpha
na I said you wako
anti
we ma minjina kwanya so na mentia wo ni watiefo
okay
na ma mentia eye menwuma yefo a ana omo ameni omo ye dwuma ewo eye nadmo me den chia stronko emo omo anwumre especially operation team na omo call the northern part of Ghana to monitor the spillage ekoso ewo Bagri Dam so that sebi ebi atorinchim bi anase disaster bi emoye putupum until we have our men on ground sebi omoboa and making sure say bibia bekoye but as we speak ade entia spillage na ekoso ba yenya ntia se money bia na say there has not been any heavy rainfall at the northern part of Ghana, so the spillage can be done successfully. Sebi ebia emfa ye no ba ya na yemfu ana emfa yemfie enti till say ebia ensuo kakraka bi beto ewo esremu ho no for now we can promise omote eho any sa area no say this time around here everything is under control. Na Bagri Dam spillage na ekoso no so is being done in bits. Na you make sure say bibia ebeko wano a sebe timamufo no enkonye de enkoka enenia adwuma ene ye enti emema na sebe yato omo si abonten omukọ the northern part of Ghana akoboa your regional officers na omatimi adi sanjuma no nyame enhira omo si omo to omo ho asi ho si omaye adwuma de aboa Ghana enti nana ne efiri madwuma mu no na menim se metimi aka asamna nana nsem na ye ka no audios no bebre na wa bona nkasa ayi nsema no ewo no ho so bebre kwa enwose ya yesabe den echirichiri mu na sa ayi na ya na pese ya kasi o because they say ya benefit from it politically and we must be held responsible for the damage that have been caused in the past. Sebi I refer ACCC ano ya na entwa. See, we need to be held responsible because we benefited from what happened in the era of the MPP. Ubo me boss ana yewra Sami Jemfi audio no man tena clear in ba okabibi nti na mayese me twema so akokora na o bisa me se metie ne akona na okabibi se na do shebo se galamsey no wode eye ne presidency na wodi mu achi ame no e de atoso se wantimi ankon ana se no this was the worst se okonkura na se Ghana for beto abante ana omontontia no in the name of Galamsey na Sami Jemfi koso kayese se enye si Galamsey abedi adencheche o Ghana hawo na mbum amampenifo a sabe omoso ewoso omohwe na Galamsey no tu entwa no omo ankasa na eye de ben eye Galamsey no. So you heard, I don't know whether you heard Sami Jemfi saying that. He was very clear on that. And in the audio, audio now wabo maybe say ebia any other platform na Sami ebia yewra Sami Jemfi akwa can say we will solve Galamsey in the first year of our government. Ebia na menya nte. But to the one you have played, nana, they wabo no. Ni Sami Jemfi kan say nana do nese wodi na kunwa eden ato line no so so no obekon Galamsey kura na Ghana fo eden ato abantia na fair enough o metimi ayeden ato atia no ba ankoba na sa se timamufo ana say amampenifo a omo wo ho omo ankasa na Galamsey nana adentina sai we eba beye ebe say because say NDC are benefiting from people who were calling the MPP government to fight Galamsey as they promised in their campaign. No, I didn't know was a year near ye beti hum fifri. Nana, I didn't know was a year and I never beti hum fifri. So as if say, Sebi, to say some George Echiri must say or no say, I was say Nanado et me ye, et me di 2 weeks adding a solve problem no. Na ene ya di 8 months ayantimi answer so ne ye sa comparison no sebe number 1 na nado no mu angaza na so de na konya si ayeden asi so me nkan akonya ye kitchen stool kwa yam fan so as we speak even though efforts na ye di gum ye fight ayi no me nkan si obi anybody in the NDC see what the kitchen stool ana say stuffing chair ana say akonya weti so ye de ayeden e de atoso. But still, in the midst of all these things, Nana, we are trying our best to fight it. But the reason why maybe there was a lot of noise at the MPP era, and they won't say and say the government commitment in fighting Galamsey, the political will, and then actually, that is why it seems some sort of people are not only they did 10 times, you know. And then omo buso he den ajo nana okay it is like I say a group of people are na omo ye did 10 times civil society organizations ubo ebi no mudin good tafo medical doctors kram rebi kan say Galamsey na nyaya sebe ye nya den ye kra be ko strike en semsem bebre krom adentina safo na jai dede the political will. Oman penini mu ankasa commitment si obeden obe fight Galamsey e na echere nana enyo obia na ekopa Professor Frimpong Boanti NDC for yampa Professor Frimpong Boanti yamma MPP for say onkoye minister for deben interministerial onkoye chairman masa particular committee no enye na e power no sabi nana enye na eti committee no civil society organizations na sabe omo ye dedin so anya omo na yete sa committee no eye Nanado nankasa aban Nanado danko Akufo-Addo any Dr. Bawumia aban ankasa na ate sa committee ne say omo pese omo tu Galamsey ase kra nti Professor Frimpong Boateng ene no nkromfon kwede enko ye hu hwehwemu mfamra na hwehwemu bia omo ye bia omo de beba bia na sa hwehwemu no so no meden omo gina de ye adwuma omo gina so de ye adwuma nana nyame no kure ni Professor Frimpong Boateng papa woni mu de asua de age professor yese akoma ho adwuma Ghana ha nyina opomo omo nim ho adwuma timi ye pa papa na ka ho
nana sa research papa yi koye ba yi aweye ya tu papa yi din wo krom ha MPP fonka sa dina simpie so didi papa na tem sa agu na ni ma se fam because wa ye nhwehwemu a empanifo wo aban mu omo ho abeden omo ho aka ya sai papa ni din ende ya sa fa papa na nya hwe uko MPP mu a sebe branch youth organizer akwa ho won fa so se ni Professor Frimpong Boate enam sa research na nana okoye no so Professor Frimpong Boate the research yi ba ya ye hu research nu say eye MPP ana omo asebe omo di oman kan some are the seat of government, some are national security operatives. Now they are indicting them say sa for you no one kasan na ye galamsey. This was what was said. The report indicted so many people to an extent say it went ahead to even indicted high political officials. So mu engage in galamsey. Na awe na dia na bae. Say president in this report the be yes adwuma no yamfa nya adwuma yetu agu ho e man kronfo yam hyo mo e ma civil society organization yam hyo president no committee on anka sati committee so akwa akokun galamsey nana ne ye de report aba no watu agu e kronfo be dede e ye de kronfo be dede
okay Matthias ye onim we ni nyina na anso Ghana fo ani kofo omo ye dede
na meba nana wo de meba ho nana uma me ka asem ni si a obehu bebia me firi ni bebia me ko me da se nana enkrofo be hu dede because I am share ba se obi a na wo so obebo aman akon ade no ono ankasa ya bo no nkrofo din na ade wa jam ama bebia kotra sa keke okay nana say yes anam so apart from Professor Frimpong Boate reporter I indict am for bebere yenko ya nime ye kwa na minister Jinapo onankasa na ohwe se ne hwe no efra ne yenkoye so ne yefomagudie enhoma so ede homa babonten backed by the Minerals Commission can see there was this particular mining company not all mining in the forest reserve na one kind mining company be mining in the forest meba mamisi nana set time no doson kakra there was this particular mining company mining in the forest reserve. Now mining company didn't Akonta mining na kind. Now this Akonta mining belongs to the Ashanti regional chairman of the MPP, which is Chairman Wontumi. They are engaged in what? Illegal mining. They baby are not omu tunu and what's all them omu tu from a goodie offer. Yenya president na ba bon just of say president na be act. Now go aka say Akonta mining. Near Minerals Commission can in the minister can you muyi mu fidiem free ho na djuma mu di wo ho enye. President say Akonta mining nye boni bia. Na de omo ye wo kra de illegal mining. Nana ema amanfo ye mo hye omo. People had got bent. Amanfo say hey, no man peni na obeboa ya ma ya solve problem ne nsem kan nie. Na Ghana e ko hinie. This shows clear say near Professor Frimpong Boate aka no. Eya no kre. Enya no nkwa ekwa wusi Central Regional Vice Chairman. Ye tie no audio so. Plain pink and crying. Plain enye plain fa. Say the be omu hia party ni hia sika omu kofesu mu. Into omu nya na party fo no nkwa e galam se no mo fa sika mbegu kofesu mu. It is sika se bi MPP fo di besi nde kura na. E galam se sika. Aye kofesu mu se tabam. Into omu nya no mo fa tu kofesu mu. Ni nyina o mampedi anka ho hwe.
Over 3 minutes to wrap up.
Me that say. Nana ni nyina o mampedi anka ho hwe. E mama fo yem hyomo. E masofo yem hyomo. Even the Catholic Church went ahead and did the demonstration against the government because almost the government had no will and no commitment to fight Galamsey because government no hankasa eden etim. But realize the case. Let's come to the case of the NDC. Nana, in the two minutes now akano. Mini wukasai. Ye national vice chairman. Nana, ye national vice chairman, ye national organizer. Attorney General Trump krata di ama yoko. So mu dia sungo Galamsey nsemu nto mu nyomu ho hwehwemu. Nana say government when you committed actually what the government is. If this government, Nana, is not committed, tell me what the government is. And then Kotama shipyard. Me Nana evidence in see Peter Mensah. ye communicator me woni pia no age so I minimum no na fe de komo na ye de se me no na di nkomo no ye dia no bye no
pajo minimum
woni no mo opa etena frɛ no na ko na dwuma mo ho na dwuma mo ho ne asisi excavators ato even new excavators are able krunkwa ya sisi e dia to wo say bra be kire ne wo person first excavator na nyansa ye de amaw almost excavators almost about 100 and something egu ho sesi amini wo kasai. If the government is not committed in fighting it, would you see that number of excavators? And how do you see yes we did na ebi an yire mfirma to fan they said ebi no mu dey atu. Nana, if the government is not committed in fighting this, tell me what again? And then you kasai aban communication what about bonting? Honorable fellows of Kwache. Actually see the ben almost about 7 yankoye forest reserve. Nan kan pipi wo so omu tu former goodie wom anye mbra kwan so ya reclaiming bako 7. Let's see government at me say we are still yes government nyade. Nana, say government at me say we are still yes government nyade. I think say the reason why people may not be shouting now and the people have given the government a grace period and say they have seen the political will. See, yes, the president is ready to fight Galamsey. It may not be that early.
Now
it may not be
for me
quick,
to ask you a
but
question
at least
about the worker.
the result we want to get.
Okay. Ose more baby amode excavators over 100. Egu se omo mekire
fufuro wom adada wom.
Nyabotre o de twen. Be ufu me nom ho kwan. Twen. Excavators na e hwan mo dia.
Test the minimum mura. Minimum one individually excavators ne omo dia.
Oni wo mo e omo dia.
But the minimum say aban asizi excavators. Excavators ne ba krom ye nim ne omo de ba be ye. Nti bra be kire.
But unim say ya CZ but unim dia.
Exactly. Minimum ne ya na dia.
But unim say 100 wo ho.
Minimum say wo ho pa.
Good. Still on.
Tell mama o direction.
Seizure of excavators. Hannah Bisiu be ka kire yes. Dr. Hannah Louisa Bisiu, sorry. Dr. Bisiu ba be ka kire yes say ono anka se die ne mo kokoche excavators 40.
He.
What wanted that? Mami mbisa question
okay.
Na so wanted that there.
Okay.
Oche excavators 40 adeche na 30 ayira. What is asem?
Adeche. Was it adeche na 30 ayira? Ebi amente sorry.
Onte da ho.
Mente.
Onte ende onte da. Onte mente. Ka ote so akeye pa. Ote ya akeye pa anyway.
Mente.
Right. Yemfa no nto nchen. O say ma reclaim 7 forest.
Yeah.
Patch forest ben.
Oh, me say by the government's communication.
Right, I know, and you are a government communicator.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah,
the 7 forests no wing.
I see I reclaim 7 forests.
Matthias here wing.
But the forest na there me nim.
But who nim say I reclaim 7?
Yes, 7.
And I nim baby what?
That is it.
Government communicator.
Enti yedi achi na se forest na wo ho no aban antimi reclaim 7 and na tell say ne the government communication minister e kan enya no kore.
Forest men na forest mobile and the hin na minus na gia farm ultimate reclaim because I'm interested to know say obi a ufri aban mo ba in your government that has a will, political will say mo be to Galamsey aside there. I think say yeah ni gisem na ewo communicators fingertip say aban ba ye ebia numri forest ebia tano offin forest ana ebia sa forest we na miners aje but ya reclaim one 7 forests they I think that enya dey doors one to the sense say
oh nana dey waka last man
me say say aban ba ye na wa reclaim 7 out of a number of forests that of one aje no we will be interested to know the forest now.
Exactly. So I will do my checks.
So as you said, you don't know.
Okay, as we speak, I don't know, but I will do my checks. Make sure I get hold of the list of the forest. Come here with it. Give it to you. Then you also do your checks about
finally,
it.
On the instructions, say Yami ne abanga. Encho mo no bon Galamsey mo no.
Oman ka so mo nye hwehwemu because omo di ansu 1 or 2 issues bi mu.
Okay. Edru hefa.
Any dey meaning baby edru.
Okay.
Meaning baby edru.
Apart from no. Diana the original so nwumre wa bekan Professor Frimpong Boateng we akoma on the timi sisa akoma on na yese yate ne nyina wa cheche niema na enko yie wa MPP aban mu nyina nti na Ghana for to aba ma mo se momra na mo meye ne yie mo ba ye dien na mo de agu akwan mu aye betimi aka se aha nti ama Galamsey reduce before ababa mu no ene open secret say Galamsey just omo ye na ne den so in fact me nkyere wa chiri o kwa nyinam ha yi a anyinam Osino free between
Osino dey say attitude
Aresire
Osino ya Galamsey honne
okay tete ba no muntu ma main road no
Osino campaign time normal to main road awie
yeah but they say dey okwa glare just in fact omabo mabata ne ade nyina e wo ho ekwa no saa de ko saa
enya ho na ya say omabo flag no
oze
me refinity MP one of the MPP communicators omabo flag go ba bi
ene me ndem
Osino oze Galamsey for na bo flag
okay saa niema we nyina ukọ mining communities ni ade ni nyina clearly say Galamsey na ekoswe dey na moaye aye behu sa ampa se na momo ka se mampani Akufo Addo aban oni pepa se obetu Galamsey no na mo wo nyina so mo ba ye de na wo ho ene ne mo betu ye ne de mo ba ye mo ye difference ne ye den
nana ade ntia ebia emeka se difference enya meda ho ne se ne ye de agu akwan mu bia no ebeteki some time answer yanya ho results ne ye de agu akwan mu bia nana ebeteki some time answer yanya ho results inti na ebia ne ye de agu akwan mu no may not seems different from that of what Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo aiden Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo mu e de agu akwan mu banana minnim hwe kra na at least Martin Semienu minnim hwe no Martin Semienu number 1 se sabe awowa sabe omo okrom ha o ma firi omo man so aba betu Galamsey wo Ghana ya chi bebre a sabe yesade omo ko omo krom ya chi bebre a yesade omo yeden yesade omo ko omo krom ene nanchen under the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources ya te ekuo bi a ye from Blue Water Guards sabe ade nti amanfo no bebre na ye eye dede e wona Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo mmere so say yensuo bebre na eden asai si yensuo bebre na eden asai say ya tete amanfo a sabe ombekwa akoye whistleblowers aboa ama ya bo yensuo ho ban and na at least ye de sanwoma mienu we not sorry to say that is what I know, that is what is preview to me say sanwoma mienu we e wa kwan mu a sabe omudi ho nwuma
Blue Water Guard and they Galamsey ase
oh me say ye de boy yensuo ho ban
how are they protecting it
say obi
me predication pa na me nya obi ama ne nkere me Blue Water Guard no omadwuma pa ne sen
oh omadwuma no sabe omo tu Galamsey wo yensuo mu omo say nsuo no ombe den ombechi omo anaso ombe report omo ne ya che omo
which is which ombechi and ombe report
because the last time I saw a video I saw the Blue Water Guards effecting an arrest and handing the person over to the police.
Okay, so what is their term of reference?
But ade anemeti and say they will serve as whistleblowers. Niana meti no. Nana bato de meka no so what you say.
Oh, me too.
So what they was trying to form about say you can say they will serve as what? Whistleblowers. Into almost serve as whistleblowers no. Ebi o ma kona video na ma hunu no man kaso ma call effective arrest and o ma handing over the corporate to what? To the police. Ebi no ma dwumu na bia
Blue
Water Guards. Omo boy yensu ho ban. Enti te wo say yensu ho bete na te kra no. Yan twɛnhwɛ si Blue Water Guards na ya. Na ye Blue Water Guards about how many months ni?
Amakasa.
Na me bi sa Blue Water Guard. David the way I was saying say as any o ma ye nyina resource bi amfiri mu amba no. Na me say na Blue Water Guards. Na Blue Water Guards about how many months ni?
Blue Water Guards.
Yeah. How many months? Nana.
Our blue water guard.
Blue water guard.
So blue water guard never took Galamsey as well.
And America say, oh, but Emfa, Nana Emfa, we have exploited all the things we have. Nana do Dankwa Akufo-Addo have used the military, the police. We are equally using military, police.
And look at
and I'm quite so. Now you say, and I'm quite so. Now you say no. Ebia police for name, military for no. Omonya na omo adwene nkonsuo no ho bebre. Enti purposely no nsuo no de na ehun ya because eno ne ye no eno ye de adwane eno ye de bibia okrum ha. Enti purposely no ye ti ku a sebe omehwe abo ye nsuo ho ban. Na obi a sebe Galamsey nya nsuo mo kwa na etu. Ye oni etu ofom na etu nsuo.
Mate me no
nsuo mo de na de ye pe ku obi a sebe ombe serve as whistleblowers. Omo obi won nsuo no pe ne afre sebe task force na say ebinum won nsuo mo omo ye den omo ye Galamsey na task force na be den abe take you over.
Okay.
That is why the blue water guards have been formed.
Me no why 29 minutes. Eti mamintie awale so. Na
Kakrawi.
O se Kakrawi.
Kakrawi.
Awal.
Nana.
Yes sir.
Me da se maminchia.
What dey say mo need moral justification talk about Galamsey because mo ntima anye.
Oh, there be say enu ntina e pamo ye. Nti e was say ye chirechire.
Sir.
Ye chirechire de ye. Any day you can't say ye buy a bit me aye na keka. But before that no china nyame adoma anopa. Dr. Bawumia ebe kwa file nomination na anopa 8 o'clock ene nyina ye ko ewo party headquarters na arreshemu ba kwa yom ni se obi bia obehu se watwa ne ho ahia bia no omo ye be delegates, and I am telling you say nipa edo omo be ba ochena no about 80 of them, and I say 80% of them ebe delegates. Esan say ye ne delegates so ene Dr. Bawumia eye nipa oye ya marketing ewie oye formidable.
Kambe so ame aka eno masem si amutu Galamsey na ba obi atubi
aye enti ochena no pa
otubi ana.
Yes. Enti ochena na pa nyame boa
so do otubi aka chem na me be am ye Galamsey ye flag bearer asem kra.
Nana minui kasa wo kan nyina for 29 minutes ni nyina no was say the Martin say so minim say officially party no answer man say omra hadia because you see in government okasa e was say okasa with facts because who na nkrofobeti na ye hu say ampa o say government communications say free government communications na minister for government communications say moi sizi forest makumako 7 went me amboba akokra din o say later free hona utimi ebodi no you are supposed to speak to facts yama o topic you know from an area say tinase na ye nhwehwemu say ampa say bibi wo mu ai wo say ubisa you ask for clarification. What he had to say was a campaign. Professor Frimpong Boateng in the report be a fine or indictee obi. I was anka chinipan. Why anyway indicting our body di. Indictment cry NDC for because in the report now mu kan ho asem nyina no. Professor Frimpong Boateng say NDC for ye Galamsey a chain MPP for it's in the report. But I know the infant to chain. Na NDC4 indeed omo ama ene Ghana ni bia oto aba edema NDC because of Galamsey no insasi form ene Galamsey ni ye worse than before essence ye omo ba ye no first thing that happen and say ye time MP bia ni ho a obi akobɔ ne subo se MP asumasi wo ye Galamsey a wo ye sitting MP Omuba first 1 month ahimfo ayo enchi ebe ye press conference ebo honorable Oscar Ofori-Labi se woji 200,000 cedis edim ema nkrofo ewura forest mu ekoye Galamsey ahimfo no eto aso etwa na sufiri krom hokra eka se mu hia na okrom ho esanse woye aban ase obiye ni ho a waka ho asem kra se onim no ana se e wo se yakọ na yehwehwem na yehu se ede na wo ye ne na keka again in Ashanti region according to Erastus Sasaredonko
national security coordinator and I say regional security coordinator liaison officer akwaji concession at the NDC for akugumu a omo ye ho adwuma ewo akatahye so in Ashanti region no regional security coordinator akwaji concession eye obi concession a wasesa NDC for agumu a omo eye galamsey ewo ho drip machines in Ashanti region ebi efa omo hu esesa drip machine eko galamsey site a omo ye galamsey ewo ho na wo hwe ensema wa wo boye ene nsema omo nyina ekeka ya ene de honorable Asiedun Ketiase ye declare state of emergency anye M1 and Crawford ebe wuni na keka ho because onim say NDC for ena wo ho a omoye okuje to a black wa eka kire en Ghana ha say yenjai all forms of mining. This is on October, 3 months to elections. Was it all forms of mining? Even a penifon crowd moye new montine keka ho nyina ni yenjai bi enye sa mining no kra na yenhwe na yinsuo no eno ano ho ente ansa na yetimi aye ene oma sesa oma no say so omo declare state of emergency a the problem beba ena minu eti ha say oma anka ne ba bia say omo de omo presidency to on the line enunti the president can say or the presidency on the line dia say Akufo-Addo na kan dia ene they only held on to that and omo de but one can say a state of emergency na obey you the fighter President Akufo-Addo started here from day one for 2 years in this country. Ye jai all forms of small scale mining. Ninyina for 2 years in this country. Akufo-Addo buy. Ye Operation Halt. Ye Operation Vanguard. Ye ninyina wie. Mobile ye. A day for fropa na NDC for ye. The omo ye for front say omo ye galamsey ni with impunity. Sisi ya obi aka. Wokra no waka a confirm say ufri Linda door to eye enyinama the entire landscape I say ene okoho a omu gina ho awia kronum ena omu ye galamsey baby aye duru ene eno no kronum finfin ena omu ye galamsey nyina hini nansen omu te se nkrofo bi ye galamsey wo kwayem police for tu anamusa omu koho omu koduru ho no na regional security liaison officer asisa macho men akoho ama omu no omu anya fisticuff ama police for shoot macho man no baako because omu mpese ombe ko kwaye num na omu timi a prevent NDC for no from mining media eti ha wose wonte se Hanabisu ekoka se oye operations are wache gala wache excavators Hanabisu ebeka kire se wakoje excavators mako 40 within 6 hours and 7 hours anajo copy me say ade ebeche no excavators ni mako 33 aira 33 aira so yeti omayimo na Hanabisu enye part of even her mandate wakoche and within some few hours ni nyina aira so it tells you the kind of government mo deal nti enye me wanwa say Asiedun Ketia e kan bibi say na ono akra de ne ho aba say Attorney General tro say Abangani Yamin yemfrɛ omo Abangani Yamin ho na frɛ o omo anfrɛ omo ene Yamin say omo a omo yi fight galamsey ni nyina Blue Water Guard 9 months and I say from saying omu nyina according to Yamin they are engaged in extortion. Was it president empamu omu nyina firi ho esan say adwuma na omu ye na obi ani ho fight galamsey ene de omu ye ne say omu ne nama omu gigi sika or say omu ye extortion and omu create problem. This is your national organizer but the police is not interested in this and until nama yemu bi ye kan say baby hair kono Christian Tete Yowuno one ya obeko down as the worst police IGP in this country. Yamin akwejina ho aka say police for enenam galamsey site extortion obi ani ho afra Yamin. I invited no cross anka Yamin be chirechirem. Even though you see oni abanga Yoko invite omo. Yoko had not invited them. Ene ono akogina akwati aka se yenjai galamsey all forms of galamsey esanse galamsey fight in esanse the police and the military they are engaged in extortion omo de na omo jiji nkrofosika ene galamsey ni ye west the aboa peso kura ne se unim se enkane no omo tu galamsey na omo ton gold na omo ton edima Indians and some few other people no more export to go. And I omra Ghana has say two galamsey no and that's obi two gold da on ton farmer gold board for and I reserve any gold that Samijan Fika say why exporting in Africa galamsey for and unti na ama omuntimi into galamsey no because say no omuton gold no ma because say Ghana ha untimi ton gold mo obi agi say for enti ya set up NDC for omune na ma omuto gold na free galamsey for and unti na ama ase dunkete ya kase say ya kase ye state of emergency dia ombe shutu nkrofo ye shutu nkrofo dia ehimfo na ebe shutu what is state of emergency ye say yenko bia ye galamsey no na yenka se obi bia oho a wo ye galamsey bia no wo ye omina tamfo and no na state of emergency no say nipa no eye oman no atamfo itiene ase edunkete ase dabi ukọ ho a na ukoye ne saa nipa bewu esan say Yamin aka say NDC for na eye unim say Yamin before this no omo around Kwahu area omo kochi excavators bi police kochi excavators ediko nkoko police station Yamin ekoji saa excavators edman constituency chairman because there is constituency chairman there. This is just about 3 weeks ago. And Yamin ekoji excavators are police for ache ediako nkoko police station akoji ediako mani constituency chairman say ene dia. So wasabeka say president onjai all forms of fight no because obi bia ni ha yen fight galamsey ni yenjai fight no wasi yenjai nema NDC for enye galamsey ni esanse omo na eye otie ni nsem kra na o ka say eye chairman for ni na keka ho na eye edu bi edabi na me Joy Prime na me studio no ena Erastus Bekan say Ashanti Regional Liaison Security Liaison Officer a friend Captain Retired Jabari akwaji concession bi di amane nkrofo was it what this story ne bae no Mustafa Gbandi friend no e ka kire ne se sa concession no MPP for nti o magi di ama o mo NDC for na e galamsey wo and this is the state a wo oman mo ene say NDC for ka kire en say ade na o mo ka ho asem nyina no a o mo kan say o mo ba within 1 week within 2 weeks o betima aye no o man timi anye unim say just about a month ago Professor Kuloche woye EPA boss ebetena UTV can say the ohia obetimi afight galamsey ebetimi ama yensuo no nyina aniati wan and say 5 helicopters and guns within 2 weeks obetimi aye. So if this government is committed in fighting galamsey anka adena wasanka mami umma sa adena opena na ediaye. But clearly you could tell say omunye because President Mahama in his manifesto can say LI 2462 no obe repeal it. Chere say yentimi mining forest reserve ene new mining licenses have been given in forest reserves omo your friends
barawa de waka nyina wa say obey ya wo hwe de NDC for buy omaye gold board task force blue water guards any nyina no are you not happy? Is it not better than what you people gave us?
A high-ranking official of the NDC, national organizer of the party, say blue water guard NIMOS soldier for ni nyina
NIMOS near why
dear na say interior minister here ho adwuma interior minister lance minister soldier for police for omo kabo mu amu se omo nko fight galamsey no according to Joseph Yamin we say they are engaged in extortion and creating problems enti yenjai omo nyina because omo nye hwe enye fight na omo ye enti dey who kan the rhetorics just the rhetorics enye na say nyina ye hu video a sa blue water guard no omo direct traffic e wa Axim
dem hu
video on social media they were directing traffic on the ewa Axim Yamin say omo nya djuma no eti president enguno okay say me 4 days ago up to now the president is not interested. The police they are not interested.
Na so no Yamin nankasa na ban akase ne ho bon galamsey ntinye no bia ugiri say eno ho hinti na na odi ko gina o ye say tax force wanna extorting money near there because no ankasa o we under investigation.
Investigation ben because e bo ni din ho na che no.
Investigation che say encho.
There be because the entire America say ye che ne say chairman won to me there na e there investigation but e che no e de ni ko shemu. Yoko obaye no as Yoko boss no Remonacha obi bia wo ye ne ho investigation o chi ne tum
e bi on start
so on start okay ka say chi ne tum wan onya start e na Yamin e call police station won kokokoji excavators
other so national organizer
so oye omai no oye adwuma by office by o tumi ben a obetimi akoji excavators a wo si ne chairman dia yakochi ne galamsey site
na unim cha police for.
So anything that make actually say Yowonu will go down as one of the worst IGPs Ghana has ever had
because
Shadi Oye Obi tro bibi share bibi on Facebook watching Obi can send be watching for 3 weeks say Obama there no Yamani bail cry court to cross Yamani bail no police for say it was some verified it took them 2 days to do that. But Obi Jina baby say police for now yes so omo fight
Obama then the second in no man shada because Friday no say the necessary or final verification occur ye ni bi state funeral no
so ono kwa na bitimi aye Ghana
oh yeah but say onim say police adwuma obi out the enti occur ye a untimi friend say
nipa ba ko pe na ye ono kwa na verification in this country and we don't make us say ampa say obi atimi aka say they are engaged in extortion crime kese pa o Ghana ha yesi omo nko fight galamsey yetua omo ka omo wo ho wo se omo ne nam omo jijis kanti wo se fight ni nyina yenjai esan say enye fight bia na ye fight omo create problems because omo jiji excavators aye omo chairman dia o kan nyina hini chairman no ode ne dia ebegina ekwan no ho ene ho tu galamsey no ho nkoko dia ya kochi o ama omo ko Oscar Forila bi Awin enche ahemfo ebeye press conference twane so free no say on free kromo omo hia no esan say what the concession emma enkrofo for your friend say 200,000 cedis ena oji no the amount enkrofo say mun ko forest reserve na mun ko galamsey ahemfo na beye ya omo twa odwan etwa na so kura free kromo. The government is not doing anything because Oma institutionalize the galamsey no because Professor Frimpong Boateng Kachere say NDC for no galamsey within the western and central region a chain MPP4 it is in the Frimpong Boateng report
ne krakra
no say aban any commitment or the ebe fight galamsey esan say ampa say national office akra beka and which said the Omaya from January up to any adjuregu. What drinking egu because Yamin say omune na mamu jijin krofosika omu create problems for them because omu just can we are no masachi galamsey no na ono ne nam jiji galamsey ni saba Yamin national officer to me call police station ekoji excavators the ma ni chairman. May God have mercy on this country.
I mean Man Sadat fa awal de no Man Sadat
de kadna
let's say
Nana Adom
and awal na Harrison ma fa time ni nyina ho
ma fa bebre
amanfo so kasa na
amanfo so akasa papa
Adom tu galamsey ni bi
Nana nyina amanfo ka ho asem
omo so mutubi
Nana say
omo kasa no mutubi
obianga so tv
obviously says that
na ya sha say dia say ko bi wo ka so a ne dia na me difference wo se na obo aba so pa o si journalist ni issue na o ka ho asem no anyim mo ni age pa nti obo aba so wo so o che wonu manyamfo maybe sa wakum se ne nka me NPP national women organizer ne die na me di ifrase ye akwa mo ade nie wo say AK Dr. Bawumia will lead NPP into victory wo se na wo che wanwumre na wo se Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia susu se wono na betimi abo na NPP nkonimdie no monsa atumi aka won so de no na makenkan Amisco Spelele Kaswa Republic wo se police for no omo ho asem ye ne nwanwa pa se Obama picture no hu se police for no publish ye na omo a Ablekuma rerun ye chi omo no ade nti no omo no ya publish omo photos no wo so obisa wo so wonte ase kra na won so de no ewa na emo me bere nti metwa nti TNT manwumre Amisco Spelele wo de na makenkan edi afiri hoyi Willie Bay ewo se hwadwofo a na wo so wo che wanwumre na okay wo koko boda so na de ba ye ne de minti minkenkan almost salary no mo gina illegal dia fine ba nya illegal dia we den na okoka ho asem the cardinal nyumre me cha papa ifem Romeo Moteshi na wo say ensem no say chairman owura ase no gati akan dia me disappointed pa san say mu ntimi nka sa asem no ma ne nyi da bi state of emergency na we say mutimi declare wo say come say adwuma fo nyina na wo chia mo ne titiri no James Opon we say see afreme ejabata akoti suhum ena mewo wo say akoti aba election e de NDC send city bia na ekuchop kra NDC be fa ne form no nti obesra de chewa akoti ase wo hene ba ena ne papa ti ase no nti no se wo to aba ma nipa no na aban ewe akonwa so no a ene mpuntu be ba pa se mo anye ne saade a ene na enhwa mpuntu na akoti be bomo wo so wo cha MC onumanyafo Ibrahim Fuseni Faila Madina obo adwuma pa ejabata se ochiawo na na asana nie wo so ochia papa na wo se wo hu ne mabia ko so ma Ghana dia dance ye se Ghana ye value ne ye culture no atofom se bam wo se ne amanfo timinje sebi nyamra sem no amanfo mu hu edi enko mo hwe na sei na be ko so dia ene na the future is very interesting wo se na wusu e de ma Ghana no de wo so waka obesan ka biem se leadership no ene Ghana ye crisis enti nyakopon no ana bebo ye ho ban we se aframe Masawood Kumasi Bantama akwati ba election e de wo se misusu se MPP befa wo se IGP betima deploy police for bi opedi akwakotia na so MPP for de e bebo ye manfo ho ban na ya boy ballot ho ban enchanko mu no manyamfo Sampan National First Vice Chairman hopeful ni die nie Ken Rashid Denchembo district wo se na wo chewa nwumire papa wo se police no 8 charges no a 8 people na mo charge wo mo di 8,000 bail atu obi atiri so no wo se na settings nko a bibia nim settings nko a na wo se ubo bedi wa hanan so edin de mentimi mo edin no Ken Rashid wo se maybe sa wakumsen wo chia no anwumre Peace FM platform listeners ne panels ne crew ni nyina no anwumre me chia mo papa wo se adwuma na mo bone de nyankopon hira mo so ye ni papa na wo se na akwatia okra na asese ne ho asie soja no won tia se o constituency ne police station sen okra mpo ne wom election party no akwatia no ko se timi break down okra ma no kan ni beje ko so na netie peace enkusi Tuesday ni the breakdown ni nyina no wonsa ebetumi aka wo se obesere pass mu bia mfa akodi bia anhye ne ho enkonkopie mu ewakwatia wangasa oyiye yo ene ho bambonti WO2 Tetegrifate Michael 64 Infantry Regiment Bema Camp ene wodi we free ya wodi ebetumu Dominic Aswa CP wo se Ghana kwafo nyina Omato Makala TV at black and white 6,000 per bag no enya no na ne yehunu o se kwafo ra ho pasa ka wa pricing wo se onumanyamfo maybe sa wakumse ne Nkame National Women Organizer hopeful wo chia papa alaye baba wo Madina the cardinal wo se nwumire ma menchia wo na wo se Ghana fo no braso se yehuni se enye offense bia ena bail amount na de betu 3 so no determine the crime no it involve in our committee me saba hobi me na breaking it down ye na wo se ansa na no NPP 8 years in power no galamse no mantimi anka ho asem entu ase enti se na NDC aba NPP ni bia ni right so waka kire NDC for se galamse no monko na omuntu ase yitu ase simple anka mobaye no nanka mutu ase wo se sabre no kwempo na Ghana for ka che former president Nana-Addo se won declare state of emergency no NPP for be ka say o mampanyina Nana-Addo former president will declare state of emergency o monso be ye wo ye kire edi etia no enti se maba adenti am baba my NDC pressure oba e wadi na he say won declare state of emergency urumunyafo file for say ni Madina MC o mo say wadwuma so ani papa alaye baba die nie na alaye baba e kire mu say NPP kura ba ni 6 years Gregory Afoko say bill no kura man fa ma no edinti ye hwe wo fence no na ya hwe se be ma bill na say ye ma bill na emom enye the threat say wo ye threat na say wo nye threat enti odie no okay ma kan bi mu ntima tima digest ne kama. Good evening the cardinal o say na galamse ni yesi tu o my Ghana mu no ha adwen papa enti mesri empanyfo say o mun take decision o mu betimi de to galamse na so especially state of emergency no nke be bo papa PKD e wachim dan odie enie. Good evening the cardinal Kofi Boateng nie gomua ojobi o say ne NDC ene wura Sedun Katia chairman e ka kire state of emergency no emwa na da ben no mu hu state of emergency e declare enya de betima bo o ma bi democracy o si yo Ghana for hwe MP for ayensuan no wo se wo cha papa wadwuma eso ani ofa ke new plan station circle o si ehia peace e wakwatia enti mu a mekwakoto oba nyina wakwatia no mo hwe hu ni se mo beto oba na mo bewie no na Ghana fo ene mu a mo wakwatia mo ti asundwe mu urumanyamfo Moses Abo urumanyamfo Charles Otin AKOT o se wo cha mo papa good evening the cardinal enti NDC in person be declare state of emergency enfam fight galamsey well God have mercy Collins Chiramanten Japan enya so tuom o se o cha papa comments appeal to AKGBC give me another chance ni die nie wo say ono so be sere MPP fu nyina asa aba no o mutu no bum bum fa mo no nyamfo Solomon Asumadu ura Solomon Asumadu na wonya rep emfama de hia wakotia ewo emrahye bedwafie na na henka AK Kade Golden Boy ene Haji Asafia Mohammed next MPP National Women Organizer hopeful Kumensa Pillar 2 wo say wo chamo papa. Good evening na Kese o say what are the NDC's reason for calling an ADO to declare state of emergency? Sabre no one mo sere o mampanyina na ADO say won declare state of emergency no na eye den ni omunyina so enti ene say NDC abana won timi declare state of emergency enti sabre no mahuni say sabre no na former president declare state of emergency na emwa Ghana na was say it's unbelievable na odie ne wa na emu mamintwa so na menkenken afoforo so de yebre no master planner nie policy analyst Kentampo give me another chance was it Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia or stand to among the candidate into more musi ahene no or seresa monto abano enfama Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia the cardinal nyimre me cha papa was it NDC
sada ramienu so na menche de aka no mo na enko
okay o say na o da NDC as papa na NDC bayi as niema atoto na kwamu enu nti na aseda enenko enfama aban no na we see a friend Gate Winiba na me cha papa okay Gate die na mame mfafo from so Gate me pa cha ofa cha me ntimi odi an me ntimi ntiase peti brim ni abre wanko wo se nchia nkoma incoming president Dr. Brian Champon wo so besra kwetiafo nyina so won to aban fama MPP candidate no by election no Tuesday na ontimi emboa de chewo akwatia wo se galamsey fight ne de NDC ntimi anko a NDC mo na mafeli na emum enye MPP won so odi abre wanko odi ebetu mu enie
bena seman sadat mame mfa de aka no emma Harrison ne awal na yenwi say akwatia ewo ho ena se wo bibi fufro nso a Harry Baja 5 minutes
me da se pa mame mfa 2 minutes en kasem kakra ayi na mejibre kakra ehwehwe lance na omusioma reclaim no forest reserves na omusioma reclaim no dina ewo ha no minim se membo dini biu ana se men sene ma ona wanga so ko yo mu yesi Jimira eno ye forest reserve dino no Jimira ya oma reclaim
Jimira forest
Jimira extension
Jimira forest ewo
Afua hills
kan yabotre Jimira na ewo domano
wo de ma membo na
se Jimira forest ka ho kra de na nya
membo na monya mo checks na when was the last time I walk with Jimira? When was the last time I walk?
This is Jimira Afua hills. O de to aso.
Tano awie.
Tano den.
As a din na me hu.
Spell na me tano den.
When Oscar Oforila bi.
That forest. Yeah, we are talking about a forest reserve.
No, but the also area na the AOWIN na.
That we ANWIA.
Anwia, tano anwia.
Tano anwia.
Tano. I know what you want
offing shelter belt.
I want a police in you know, shoot to be nine. Much on in nine.
Fire them or reclaim any.
Oh, and I'm able bono.
Boy.
Other I trust forest reserve room in Yakuchu to be nine. Obisi forest reserve room.
Me makasa.
That be I wanna make I wanna make some.
Obisi forest reserve. In a destruction. Behave yourself.
Obisi forest subri. Winimo.
Subri forest.
Winimo.
Ma reclaim.
Yes, here reclaim. Winimo.
Mo reclaim. Wa gray house.
Asenanyo. And also, say my trust Minister of Communication or Presidency na release
South Forest na wabubo na opa echinanopa. Correct. Miners are there working.
Say you be ko he. Nana you okrum have you forgotten? Dana menina na ke. Dana menina na ke.
I don't need to forget. All that I'm trying to say is
Dana menina na ke ba ha no. You guys have made a reference to a particular forester. You see a whole community. Ewum. Yakwachi amanfo na yayi omu nyina free ho. Sabe Plana Hospital ekura forest ho. Have you forgotten? Na MPP font ho. Awa no muti krom Hanasa forest no. People were living in it. They say the people could be free Burkina Faso, be free Togo. And no mo tete ho. Enti na say the list abeto abonten a. Mufa list na. Mama mayent na kranka se list that because ya shoot obi wo honti. Let us say forest reserve mu garam say koso ho. Was he and
why would you say I shoot to be ho?
I want a kind. Was he I shoot to be 90 forest reserve ya reclaim. I didn't tell you shoot to be 9.
Yo.
2 minutes na kan. I mean tro and nan hayana na po ba ye kan ye say. Ono otako yoko ne national security any NIB nyina ba obi ante.
Onko yoko.
Osi otako NIB na dade for investigation obi anye den obi ante. There are high profile cases are yoko forte so obi ante. Say maybe 1 or 2 be and I say be yafra amanfo no so mombra to come and assist investigation na akọ publica. And then pan kire say atwele na atron krata ma yoko so munye hwehwemu ntide oman frɛ ya me ne abanga. You can't just sit in this studio and say that. Say I'm from okra. There ne pa kire say I'm from. With which evidence no be ka say I'm from. And then nanchen Yami akwa kan say ebinom ye extortion hwe senior wa ti asem we adebakunti am candidate ba omi abre no nana momuntie adebakunti ba omi abre no nana wonim say yes key decisions are nana do danko akufado aban na take there are so many of them about omi an support so it is asem ba dentina nana ba omi abre ho because he couldn't come up publicly to speak against them.
So what is the correlation?
I'm coming. So if you have a national officer of the NDC and not buying what power, what me back out, this shows you how serious the person is.
And you are comparing Baumia to
oh, they may part say you. It doesn't mean that if you are a part of a particular system, and now if you are a part of a particular government, you can't come and speak against some things that some ills that are happening.
What now say Professor Frimpong Boateng or Nwana Baimu or Kofa or Momuya Galamsey, but how is that different from
that be Okofa or no high profile government officials no Okofa by and the same before the dinner attempt. What to say Yami Akwaka show me extortion, what to say this for Yatina baby did Yami attempt. But what we are saying is say Asama Yami Akano. I was the president in the Nana.
6 minutes, but your mamma
Nana, they make us watch us here.
Unim idea communication.
Nana.
Here's a me as you.
Oh, no problem.
But
at least you should get my point of view.
Okay,
no problem. Okay, no problem. You should just get.
Say, Abai bi oho. Na ye say a person fight the Galamsey na ontimi nye. Na ye say sa abai no. Ontenase because ye nyina resolve ni say Galamsey ni yempe.
Nana ada Galamsey nkwanti na nkromfa to aba okru. It was part.
And at debut.
It was part. Economic hardship so another one. Economic hardship so another one. So it is not only solely. It took us to say Galamsey nkwatra na yeda to aba my.
Harrison. Okay. Galamsey Abaye Tono 2024. Galamsey played more than 50% of role in
no doubt.
Why was he
no
Bishop's crowd for Juna Hokoye president?
Oba we are say what is that?
no doubt anything American
what did that say
anything American can say president no ankasa the way wayi na niama
so anything ya almost say mumra na mo
me say yeah me no kasa national officers of the NDC under investigation
mate me da say mo investigate omo awa
police for the report to be aba omo de press release aba na press release omo expose omo say in seminar omo ka no nokre enshada
there press release no bad abey
na answer there
next time oba court has no evidence abedi exhibit be about tendency why
was he 8 there be 8 nipa 8 now say what you omo omo court ana yesana okay was say omachi nipa makomako 8 for Ablekuma North Riran no nipa 8 na omochi omo no questions ana mebisa police for ne say omo say an Accra Circuit Court Accra has Circuit Court nkwa able 10 Circuit Court ben omo chi omo wie ye no omo da omo court no media bia ndi akire police kra no omo nkotwa picture e wo ho omo yenim judge kra otena asasem no mu first paragraph me read the first paragraph let me say police for adewe adankuda adadwe because we see an Accra Circuit Court Accra uko court complex kra na Circuit Court kwa makomako be 10 it dey hin judge when eteso yasan omo say omo nyina no plead guilty uko court na ukasa udi for ehwa judge no convict you on your own plea na ebia sentence na they or to ashada. I have been a reporter for Ghana News Agency in a court for 3 years. So anyway, the police for the bay enya no one say on Friday no almost signed the release be say you are finding microphone inti omo betua scanner and one because up to now even in the release no the last paragraph no almost you ya to ashada to Friday.
No, is this the first
but on Friday no omunchire court to crawl enti peace fm munya mu reporter no person ko report to crawl onim court to crawl so police for no omu court tete ye unu e na court ho ana so this statement no any statement papa bibia ni why kire say o match microphone no because
obetimi akọ court
omu chi say Obama o court wa hin court ben what is it an Accra Circuit Court Accra ha ba ko adenta ba ko ashaman ba bia court complex okra no court nkwaye komako 9 10 Obama enya court 8 na di na asem we achemkwa enya Circuit Court 9 so ene adenti na police for ntimi nkire say court say ene kodi nsem no
say ono obisa na onya adwuma ma police
enya ona mibisa no I'm talking to the
person ko kasa na mibisa
it police for they should come again because bibia no I kire say nkrofo ma che wo mo uchi say Obama odi bibi to ho keke the first thing you did say utwa hwe picture no ena odi ma NDC for communicators so omonfa say Obama picture nto abonten ansana mudi blend animu no ebae osi wati nipa makomako 8 nipa omukura de na omo video no ma obi ehu omo amututu punches eti say sankrofo na o say odi ba say na be ya nyina ye betuma compare your videos no any say pictures na wo ka no na ya hu say ampa so the police no omo emma ye bibia e kire say e wo say nyina no yenya confidence in the police. There's no confidence in the police. It is this statement in the Mr. Nana. So ochira mbetimi anya Juliana obina watimi achirichirim na ehu court kra because yenyina we are interested in the court e was say on Friday no ye ko hunu ho na ehu se ampa because omo say omo nyina agi atum say omo abu nipa no omo gi tum say omo nyina aka omo ho abom because charges near mienu. That is what we will have to ask
Republic.
And now say
so because you be to the office say wa kokota dia wa kokota
say no kan
o da bi asema o kan no woni bi say
Ghana Ochi Obama Ochi say Obama one mama picture
so because
Ochi say Obama mama pictures
obi beba out abeka an institution like the police beba out abeka say ma court me dia see ma court no one fan na court
adentin obi anhu
obi na wo si ohun obi o court ni ehun
yes because yes, because police
but such a high profile case. Hey Harrison, never be a me and find your politics. Me time I release no by me who and I'm say, hey, I then I feel I ever quack with Yan Monia say you fine. Sam call for no. Dabeni edi court. Judge Ben the or massem. Yes, I convict you on me who 80,000 be. Yes. Judge Ben the convict you on. Court to Ben. Sir, me as a student of communication, we should say press statement to ya. Maybe some questions to us statement.
Okay.
You understand? And on says my casa one court to. So what court no. And what could we say no? Me man Kobe. Obi an show se famani bi abreme. But o pese Ghana for who say wo ye adwumanti. Na me pese bi question ko bi. O pese Ghana for who say wo ye adwumanti. O de aba se my nipa 8 no abeche wo mo no. E do ma court. Ama court a convicted omo. Say ni.
Nana. Your police release bi a sebe. A kire judge adi asam ne court adi asampe.
Ni nyina.
Your police release aiden.
A kire judge adi asam ne court adi asampe.
Ai.
Bebre wo.
Ni nyina
dey say police service nje. Opa call mu Facebook.
See call mu page.
Say ye asima sia court ha. Na judge na convict no. Say accept information police na. Police na ma information so o matching kronfo. Ya make an so asia. And a court a convict you.
Court ben.
And a court I there.
Court ben.
It is so person who court to cry no akwa there wako hwim.
Timi go be suppose for no.
Obetimi akwa be some so one person go be some so obetimi akwa check security court na work.
Me check when. Timi sorry anopa. Na because security court one.
Me say court to cry ye di asem ya yetimi pale asem no nyina acha na the particular cortex. Obetimi akwa say as case ye di. You did actually.
He's a journalist that will cover stories. So,
and I'm trying to say you can go and do those checks
from where
and get to know
from where.
And it's a police they into the mobile channel because the police and location of the court and as a court now by the name of the judge and Banti court act na them on a cookie story. That is what you want to mean. That is what you want to mean. Say it was concocted. If so I'm listening to you very well.
Young man. Say Harrison.
We are not being fair to the police service.
MFA West in Shemano.
Oh, Dabi Nana.
What do you mean? Come and say me in Chinese and I'm Mete Mike and most of me catch it. I will say me. So this is statement to about maybe I will say a court to Ben Judge Ben and Transam so. Men can't just be a concocted story. Don't put those words in my mouth. Bankasa. Mekasa.
Oh, so the only thing you want is the name of the judge and the court.
You don't think it is a problematic?
To achieve what in it? Actually.
Apostle Michael do say head pastor Greenfield Church, Amasaman Stadium Junction. Apostle Michael Edu say on head pastor Greenfield Church ewo Amasaman Stadium Junction. Na apostle ene ni team ena eba obi bisa say Greenfield Amasaman fa hen ewa opposite stadium main gate ho na ho ena Greenfield Church onum ewo apostle ene nyamesem eba onim say okua da bia wie platform say apostle ni team ene nyamesem eba nti sabre die Apostle Michael Edu say our head pastor Greenfield Church Amasaman Stadium Junction ono ene de nyamesem ebrewo efrem na na yakesu wetu afrem the cardinal Patricia Sefafisha Prince Bafo Asamoah Henry Kwesimi Nkamam Sadat omene hihye ya medi ho chiame nyame ya adomo a ye wo no adwada mede rada asumdwe eja obi a makara mu nyina